Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, today we will discuss about the security classification that is implemented inside a computer system, the 4 classifications of the security and how they are implemented in each class, which is a identification modification of the lower level class of that security. The US Department of Defense Trusted Computer System has provided a classification of the security that can be implemented to a computer system. And nowadays, all the operating systems provided in the machine system can be converted this classification to the security that has been implemented till date. So this classification is generally divided into 4 classes A, B, C and D. And all these classes are there can be on the security and protection measurements that we have talked about in our previous videos. So the least and this lower level class that is supported as a security measure is the class D. It contains only one class and generally it has a very much lower capability of security measure and only applicable to a system which is thus failed to provide other classes of security by this classification. Say for example Windows 3.1, which is a very earlier version of the Windows, supports this type of classification of security. Now the next classification goes to class C. The class C provides security to user authentication and granting of access in the base of auditing capabilities. So this class has generally 2 classes. The class C has C1 and C2, these 2 divisions. First we will talk about C1. The C1 class contains each user's individual access and then made this access deny or granting depending on their user's authentication. So the individual user authentication is done on the basis of class C1. So C1 uses the private information protection that gives us the same access level which uses the same sensitivity level of the users, the same access parameters to the users. Now the class C1 uses a hybrid data structure known as a Trusted Computer Base or TCB. All through our classification of this computer security, we will mention this TCB as a security measure protection. So this TCB is containing this user's access information such as storing the passwords associated with each user. Whenever the user is given input its original user ID and password, is then match the password stored in this TCB to get the user authenticated for that access of file. Now this TCB is more authenticated when it is used in conjunction with any of the security measures that we have already described. So the class C1 can provide a basic security environment for the user authentication. Now the other class of this class C is the class C2. The C2 gives after the individual access rights to this user authentication, it gives the individual access rights to the files. So even if between the user, some part of the user is given only the access rights, say for the file read and some access to the file write. So the user identification is also divided into access rights to the files that is known as this C1 on C2 classification. So the C2 provides more finer grained control, that is the access rights to the files, and it divides these access rights depending on the user authentication only. So if the user is authenticated by class C1, then only it is considered to gain an access control on the access for files rights. So after C2 has been modified, then it can gain a control or a particular mode of access inside that file. Now the class C2 also used to be secure the more user authentication password information along with a lock of the standard object. Say for if the standard object is locked for a particular user, it then cannot be used by any other user in the system. So after the standard object is released by the particular user and is back to the system, now any user can get unlock of this object and access that particular object in use. Now we move to our next classification, that is class B. Now class B has 3 parts, that is B1, B2, B3. Now B1 is more like the system implementation of the C2, which has user authentication as well as the file access rights, and it also has a sensitivity level attached with each of these access rights to the files. This sensitivity level will choose us among that which control to be given to which file. Say for a user which is given control of an confidentiality information access cannot be given control of a top level secrecy of the particular information. So if the top level secrecy is mentioned, then the user cannot be gain control of the confidentiality information. So it is gone upwards like this. First the user is gained on a normal file, then confidentiality, then top level secrecy. So like this, the sensitivity level is attached with every access rights to the files. And also, other than this user authentication and password, these B1 levels also provide some finer grain control by providing access to the two-level user identification. That is, whenever a higher control can have the access to the lower control organization, but not the vice versa. Say for an user which has an access over the top secrecy level information rights can have the access to confidentiality rights, but the vice cannot be done. So in this way, B1 provides a user authentication with a sensitivity level access to it. Here the TCP is more designed accurately to give us the more information about the access control list that is used to maintain that which user will be used, which access control, and then granting and denying the access on that access control list basis. The next type of the class that is B provides is B2. Now B2 provides all the facilities of B1 along with the facility that it provides the security measures that is considered at a network level. So when the data is generally considered transfer among this network level, so the security that is applicable to the networking scheme or say via the networking medium is achieved via this B2 level of security. Now it also specifies the resources uses like the maximum and minimum policy or the privileges that is attached to a resource. So a network information and a remote computer can how much privilege of a resource that it can use is achieved via this B2. Now B3 along with B1 and B2 gives us the finer access control by the ACB and also mentioning the security policy. Now the security policy is implemented by this B2 but not defined by it. So next control system of the security measure is the highest level of security, that is class A. So class A provides all the facilities that is provided by B3, but it mentioned this ACB and this TCB along with this final grain control of the user access rights as well as the user authentication password and all the facilities, but the TCP is designed more accurately and reliably. Here the confidentiality information and the structure-wise TCP is more strong than any of the class of the security that is providing it. Now there should be some certified agency which should certify the TCP to be more accurate and at most secure to its best. So this certification is done by the accreditation industries which will then have their predefined TCBs and they can use these TCBs to make the security measures more secure. Like Tempest is an industry-based usage of this security accreditation. That is, the Tempest uses its TCB and it uses the user authentication put in each list of this TCB. And this user authentication list is then the user's data put into this input field of the text, and if this matches, then the authentication access is given to the user. So in this way, the users is classified on the computer basis security on this class of 4 levels A, B and C, D. So that is all for the classification of the security levels. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and subscribe to Ekeeda.